The Duggar family's reality TV presence has always included Josie Duggar, the youngest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. She first came into the public eye in 2009 after being delivered prematurely. She has lived her life in front of the cameras for many years, giving viewers a rare look at the Duggar family's struggles, successes, and joys as they raise their 8 children. On the other hand, the Duggar family's legion of fans have grown increasingly worried about Josie's health and her continuous medical treatments. The many therapies and health issues that Josie has endured as she has grown from a delicate baby into a young woman have also been noted by her followers. From her early birth onward, these health issues have been a major focus of her life. However, as she gets older, her followers have begun to note the possible personal and familial toll that these therapies are taking on her. This article will delve into Josie Duggar's medical path, the effects of her continuous treatments, and how her family and the public perceive her as a result of her experiences. Furthermore, we will take into account the impact that her health issues have had on her devoted fan base. Early difficulties faced by Josie Duggar. Prematurely born on December 10, 2009, weighing in at a scant 1 pound, 6 ounces. Josie Duggar was one of the youngest Duggar children. Because she was born prematurely, Josie had a very tough existence to begin with. It was unclear if she would make it through her first few months of life outside of a neonatal intensive care unit NICU. The Duggar family was upfront with their followers about Josie's illness and treatment in the beginning. The Duggars were quite forthcoming with updates on Josie's recovery, including the several operations and therapies she had to endure. Not only was Josie born prematurely, but she also suffered from serious breathing problems and was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, a condition where fluid builds up in the brain. She was supported and cared for continuously by her parents, and her medical team worked tirelessly to stabilize her health throughout the years. The family's primary concern throughout Josie's youth was ensuring that she was comfortable, safe, and making good progress due to the impact of her health issues. Thanks to Josie's strength and the Duggars' unwavering commitment to her care, fans who were faithful followers of the family in those early years were profoundly touched. For many people who knew what it was like to have a premature baby, Josie became a beacon of hope. Many people looked to Josie's tale as a victory since it demonstrated the power and determination required to overcome health challenges. Current medical interventions and their effects. The severity of Josie's medical issues became more obvious as she aged. She suffered from hydrocephalus and other health issues after her early birth, and she had multiple surgeries to treat them. Her shunt operation was a standout treatment since it relieved pressure on her brain from the accumulation of fluid. These operations were life-saving in avoiding permanent brain damage and giving Josie a second chance at a normal life. Although Josie's health was getting better, she still had a long way to go before she could fully recover. The toll on her mental and physical health from the ongoing treatments and procedures became increasingly apparent as she matured. Because of her health problems, Josie felt exposed as a female and had trouble keeping up with her siblings when it came to physical play. It was obvious that the Duggar family was committed to giving Josie the best medical care possible, but by the time she was a teenager, Josie was starting to feel the effects of all her treatments, procedures, and doctor appointments. Even though Josie's family was well known for their strong family bond and commitment to homeschooling, there were indications that the continual medical monitoring and limitations were starting to impact her emotionally. Fans saw that Josie was really stepping away from the spotlight, even though her family kept updating the public on her health. When she was a teenager, Josie continued to be more reserved and shy than her elder siblings, who were more famous figures thanks to their appearances on reality TV series and other public events hosted by the Duggar family. Those who had followed the Duggars from the start started to worry that Josie's mental health was suffering as a result of the treatment she was getting. The mental and emotional costs of care. Fans of the Duggar family couldn't help but notice the emotional toll that Josie Duggar's continuous health issues were taking as she maneuvered through puberty. It seemed like Josie was fighting a struggle on a deeper, more personal level than the one she was confronting with the physical difficulties of her medical treatments. The way she dealt with her family members was a prime example of this. Openly practicing their religion has helped the Duggar family get through tough times, and they have never been shy about sharing their faith with the world. Little signs emerged even within Josie's close-knit family that she was becoming irritated by the constant focus on her health problems. Many have speculated that Josie's recent relative reclusiveness from public view is a result of the cumulative effects of her many medical procedures and the intense pressure to uphold her public image. It became apparent when Josie entered young adulthood that her self-esteem had been profoundly affected by her medical struggles. When she was a teenager, Josie was regularly teased for being more reserved and shy than her extroverted siblings. Josie started to avoid social events, public appearances, and media interviews, which fans who had followed her growth from a fragile preemie to a young woman noted. She was clearly emotionally drained by all the attention on her health problems and her family's incessant fixation on her therapies. How Josie's supporters feel about her adventure. Supporters of the Duggar family have been quite kind to Josie throughout the years. Countless individuals who have been following the Duggar family's narrative from the start were deeply touched by Josie's incredible journey of survival despite being born prematurely. Countless people found inspiration in her progress, resilience, and the unwavering love from her family. As Josie grew older, though, her admirers could see the hints that the constant medical treatments were starting to take a toll on more than just her body. For viewers, Josie's story mirrored the difficulties endured by many families as they cope with chronic illnesses. Fans sympathized with Josie's situation and said that the Duggar family's focus on public image maintenance was acceptable from a media standpoint, but could be adding stress to Josie's already heavy load. People who followed Josie's career have wondered if her latest requests for privacy are a sign that she is struggling to cope with the constant scrutiny and medical procedures she is undergoing. As Josie matures and finds her own way to deal with her feelings and problems, some have hypothesized that she may be yearning for greater autonomy. Josie Duggar's promising health and happiness for the future. Josie Duggar's health issues and emotional well-being are clearly interconnected, as fans can see by following her path. As Josie undergoes medical procedures, her fans remain supportive, but they are also becoming more aware of the emotional toll that her journey has had on her. Although Josie's tale is uplifting and inspiring, it serves as a sobering reminder that even our loved ones sometimes fail to see the emotional toll that chronic health issues can have. We wish Josie the best of luck in her future endeavors, and hope that she will learn to prioritize both her physical and mental health. Although the extent of Josie's experiences will remain a mystery to the outside world, her narrative is one of resilience, openness, and optimism. Josie will most certainly keep managing her medical treatments and looking for methods to build a successful and self-sufficient life for herself in the years ahead. Her devoted fan base will be there for her every step of the way, providing emotional support as she finds her own path to recovery.